Welcome to World Largest Extremes, where we dismantle the common myths surrounding our biggest traditions. Today, we are looking at perhaps the most powerful and expensive piece of clothing in modern history, the white bridal wedding dress. For generations, it has been the universal symbol of romance, innocence, and matrimonial promise. Nearly every bride in the Western world, and increasingly the global East, believes she must wear white. It is the extreme, mandatory uniform of the wedding day. But what if we told you that this sacred, seemingly ancient tradition is little more than a historical accident? What if the white dress was originally chosen not for purity, but to show off extreme wealth and massive royal power? The history of the white gown is a monumental lie, a spectacular feat of marketing and royal influence that completely changed global culture. Join us as we uncover the true, extreme origin of the white wedding dress. Part 1: The Pre-White World. For thousands of years, across dozens of cultures, wedding dresses were anything but white. They were not disposable, one-time garments, they were expensive, durable, and, above all, functional. In ancient Rome, brides wore yellow veils. In China, the extreme color of luck and joy was red, a tradition that continues to this day. Throughout the Middle Ages and Renaissance Europe, a bride wore her best dress, the most elaborate gown she owned. This often meant rich fabrics in blues, greens, golds, or blacks. Color was the status symbol. Blue signified fidelity and was a popular choice. Red was associated with life and passion. If a bride wore black, it was not for mourning, but because black dye was often the most expensive and darkest available, demonstrating her family's extreme financial standing. The idea that a bride would purchase a massive, expensive gown to be worn just once, in a color that would instantly show every speck of dirt, was considered fiscally insane. The garment's primary purpose was to signify the family's wealth and to be worn again for formal occasions. The concept of pure white simply did not exist in the sartorial wedding rules, until one woman decided to break them all. Part 2: The Extreme Catalyst, Queen Victoria. The monumental shift in history can be traced to one specific date, February 10, 1840, the wedding of Queen Victoria to Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. The custom for royal brides at the time was to wear rich, heavy gowns, typically red, purple, or elaborate metallic fabrics decorated with furs and jewels. Victoria, however, chose a dress that was shockingly simple by royal standards, a gown of white satin trimmed with intricate lace. Her choice was extreme for several reasons. Fashion, not purity, she chose white not as a symbol of virginity, she was a queen marrying her first cousin, but because she wanted to proudly display the exquisite, extremely expensive lace made in Huntington, England. By wearing plain white satin, the complex patterns of the lace stood out, effectively serving as an extreme advertisement for the British lace industry. The anti-royal statement, she requested that no spectators wear white, ensuring she was the only one in the color. This was a statement of royal dominance through fashion. The power of the press. Unlike previous royal weddings, Victoria's event occurred during the rise of mass media, including newspapers and fashion magazines like Godey's Lady's Book. Illustrations and descriptions of her gown were printed and distributed across the globe, reaching an unprecedented audience. This single act of royal vanity, driven by economics and a desire to control the visual narrative, was the tectonic shift that ended centuries of tradition. Suddenly, the color of extreme luxury and royal approval became the color of the bride. Part 3: The Cultural Entrenchment and the Great Lie. Despite Victoria's influence, white did not become instantly mandatory. It took decades of cultural reinforcement, often laced with purposeful misinformation, to cement the tradition. Fashion magazines, desperate to capitalize on the Queen's style, began to write articles that spun the color's meaning. In 1849, Godey's Lady's Book, the most important magazine of the era, published a famous statement claiming, "Custom has decided, from the earliest ages, that white is the most fitting hue." It is an emblem of the innocence and purity of girlhood. This was the great lie that stuck. The original meaning, money and royal endorsement, was replaced with the idea of moral purity. By the early 20th century, the growing global middle class saw the white dress as a way to mimic royalty. After World War II, the massive economic boom made it financially possible for nearly all families to afford a large, single-use, white gown. White had become a symbol of extreme prosperity and peace, finalizing its cultural dominance. This confluence of royal fashion, magazine spin, and economic prosperity created a self-sustaining cultural machine where the white dress became the extreme expectation. Part 4: The Extreme Economic Reality. Today, the white bridal gown is not just a piece of fabric, it's an extreme economic engine. The wedding industry is a multi-billion-dollar machine, and the gown is the centerpiece, often the single most expensive garment a woman will ever wear. The persistence of the white dress tradition highlights the extreme power of mass media and royal influence. Despite modern societal changes, and the fact that the purity meaning is now largely irrelevant to most couples, the visual power of Queen Victoria's choice remains absolute. The white wedding dress is a testament to the fact that the most enduring traditions are often those built on the flimsiest of historical intentions. It is the ultimate extreme of cultural mimicry, a centuries-long desire to participate in a royal fantasy that began with a queen who simply wanted to show off her lace. The white dress is more than clothing, it's history, economics, and a powerful illusion, all stitched together. Will this extreme tradition ever change? We want to hear your thoughts. What color would you choose if the white dress tradition suddenly vanished? Let us know in the comments below. If this deep dive into cultural origins shocked and educated you, be sure to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to World's Largest Extremes for more groundbreaking analysis of monumental forces. Until next time, keep questioning tradition.
Running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. The life's so